Welcome. In front of me is a Samsung Galaxy Watch 4 Classic, and today I'll show you the unboxing along with an overview of this device. So, without further ado, let's just pop it open, and I guess we do have to cut it. There we go. So, right off the bat, obviously we're greeted with the watch. Then in here, let's see what we get. Seems like there's something in here. That looks like a charger. And just simple paperwork. So there's the charger, not very neatly folded, but whatever. See, the ending is USB type A. Honestly, I think for Samsung it would have been better to include a USB-C instead of A, considering they did with like a couple models back for phones, they were including chargers that are USB-C. So this kind of seems like a step back in this case. Not very compatible unless you have an even older charger or just a charger from a different phone. Because this is the only thing you get, a magnetic little G charger. So anyway, let's jump straight to the watch itself. Now the watch itself is quite hefty, as you can see. It's not the smallest thing. Turn it on. There we go. And it looks like there's nothing in here, so I'm just gonna throw that to the side. Now, unfortunately, I don't have any Samsung applications on my phone, so I won't be able to show you off the device. But while it's quickly turning on, you can quickly go over the specs of it. So we have 1.4-inch display with a resolution of 450 by 450, though it is not square but circular display. It's a Super AMOLED display with a 330 pixels per inch and Gorilla Glass DX. Now, in terms of the software in here, we have a Wear OS with a One UI skin. Comes with a processor Exynos W920, and additionally, GPU processor is a Mali G680, or not 680, 68. And in terms of things that it comes loaded with, we have 16 gigs of built-in storage, we have 1.5 gigs of RAM, Wi-Fi, obviously, Bluetooth, GPS, NFC, and so on. And in terms of sensors, we get things like accelerometer, gyroscope, heart rate barometer, I believe there is also the blood oxygenation meter. So yeah, anyway, let's see if I can actually finish it up. Probably not. And lastly, the battery here. We have a 361 mAh battery and Qi charging. And apart from that, there's not much more to say about it. It comes with two colors, black or silver. This is obviously the silver. And yeah, that's it. Now this is a fairly hefty watch. On my hand it will look kind of comical, considering I am, as you can see, fairly skinny, so this looks like a wall clock on my hand. But yeah, it still looks nice. It has a rotating crown right here. This is the classic version, so it does come with the actual physical rotating crown instead of the virtual one where you just slide on the screen and it imitates it. So if you like this, this is the version for you to go. If you don't care for it, you can save a couple tens of dollars and get the lower version. I guess lower, I don't know if you can call it lower. It's basically the same thing, but it's not a classic, so it doesn't have this rotating crown, and that's basically the primary difference of it. So let's see if I can finish this up. Nope, I do have to connect it to application, so I guess you'll get to see it in some other videos, the actual UI of it. But yeah, it's just a watch, not much more to say to it. This will have the update to the newer Wear OS that Google announced, so that is also a benefit right here. And obviously it's Samsung, and the battery life here was never the greatest, so I assume it will continue to be the case here as well. But still, it does have the connectivity with Samsung and basically a lot of features which you came to expect from any kind of smartwatch, which is really nice. But yeah, anyway, that being said, lastly that I want, the price of it, $390 or I think it's like 89 or whatever, but still about $390. Maybe if you get a sale or something like that, it will be cheaper, but still for 390 bucks, I feel it might be a little bit pricey. I guess this is Samsung, and honestly, at this point, I think Samsung is pushing too much of the price for products that don't really stand out, in my opinion. And to be honest, the watch is good, but let's be honest, there are watches that basically have everything that this does and are way cheaper. Personally, I am waiting for the Apple Watch 2, which has the new Snapdragon, wearable Snapdragon, and at this moment it has been released, but only in like China, I believe, or somewhere like that. So I'm still waiting for it in Europe, but honestly the device comes at, I believe, like $200. So maybe even if it's $300 at high price, it's still way cheaper than this is, and it offers as much. The difference is it won't have a circular display, it will be more squarish, but personally I prefer that. And honestly, if you prefer a circular design, there's many other options out there, and you might also want to wait a little bit because the new Snapdragon for wearables has been released not too long ago, so you got to give a little bit of time to manufacturers to implement them. You do probably want to have a watch with that Snapdragon because it will perform better. So highly recommend looking probably for some other devices, other watches, if you don't really want to get stuck in Samsung, if you're not a fanboy of it or something like that. Personally, to me, Samsung lost a lot of its value over the years, where they basically start pumping out more and more expensive products, while basically trying to like remove any kind of freedom from the devices. As an example, the most recent one would be the Galaxy Folds, where they basically, if you try to unlock a bootloader, you lose cameras for some reason, just because. So yeah, I don't really want to support a company that does that, and it's kind of one of the reasons why I wouldn't encourage you to get this, to basically not support such a marketing scheme in a way. Now this device, I don't think it has anything like it, but still it belongs under Samsung, so personally I kind of would want to stay away from it. That's just my personal opinion here though. But anyway, if you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.